Hi, this webcam is on compound verbs, as you see in front of you. It's lesson 4. It's very short. The one that follows, called nouns, is just about as short. So stay with me, and this stuff is pretty much a review. If you understood compound subjects in the last couple of lessons, you'll get compound verbs. So we're looking through these examples, and you see, like the first one, the artist sketched and painted. It's a compound verb. Same tense, they're linked by conjunction. And so in activity 1, you're going to be doing questions 1 through 5, writing out the compound verb, and then please circling the connecting word. I might call it a conjunction. You know what I'm talking about. The examples say, all spring weeds sprouted, grew, and thrived in my yard. And you're going to underline the verbs that you see and circle the word and. I want you to pay attention to the use of the comma. Notice there is a comma after the word grew and before and. It just separates out the elements. Okay, so pause your screen now and do questions 1 through 5. Activity 2 here asks you to write out the compound verb on the line provided and include the connecting words. So just like you had done in the exercise before, you're going to be finding and locating the compound verbs and circling. So the example says Susie King Taylor was 14 years old and lived in Georgia. The words was and lived. Now those are two verbs in the same tense. They're connected with a conjunction. However, there's words around it. So they're trying to confuse you here. Just go right to the action word that are in the same tense. Pause your screen and do these 5. Okay, activity 3, you're going to be doing 10 of these. Now, in this example here, you're going to see that they're trying to mix you up. They're asking you to underline each verb in the compound verb. They're all mixed up. The examples, letter A says, weren't you buying lumber and building a bookcase? Well, this is a question, and they need you to do many things. First of all, separate the contraction, so it would be you were not, or were not you buying lumber. Remember that the word not is not a verb, it's an adverb, so it's never part of your predicate. So be very careful, they're trying to mix you up. Letter B, the example says, please watch the children but don't feed them sweets. You have to separate out the contraction, so it would be do not. That's why only the D and the O are underlined. So good luck on these, that's numbers 1 through 10. And pause your screen and we'll see you on activity 4. Okay, here we are. Activity 4, they want you to underline the each verb and include the helping verbs. Now remember a couple of lessons before, you heard of words like auxiliary verbs or helping verbs that help put a verb in a context of a tense or a condition. Would have, could have, should have, will have, might have been. All of these words, these short words that come before it, are helping verbs, and that is part of the verb phrase here. So the samples are A, didn't Madeline clean her room? You need to understand that it's did not Madeline clean her room. You want to separate it out and understand that the verb did clean is the complete verb phrase in A. The second sentence says, didn't Madeline sweep the floor? So it's again, did not Madeline sweep the floor? Well, those are really redundant. They're overusing the phrase, and they want you to streamline it a little bit and combine those elements into something a little bit more concise, such as, didn't Madeline clean her room or sweep the floor? So basically, they're telling you to combine the elements, find the common tense of the verbs, and then do those, let's see, there's 10 of them in activity 4. You're going to be combining the elements. Now note these are not compound sentences. A compound sentence has 2 complete sentences joined by a conjunction with proper punctuation. These are not compound sentences. These are simply one sentence combining 2 verb forms. So I'm going to show you 1 through 7 here. Pause your screen, and oops, there are 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that is activity 4, and guess what? We're skipping 5. So you're done with compound verbs. You'll want to join me next on lesson 5, which are nouns.